What's up, sports fans? This is the Lucas Ross Sports YouTube channel. Welcome, everybody, and welcome, sports fans, to our play-by-play broadcast of the 2024 college football season. We are getting set for our game of the weekend here in week number 10 action of the 2024 college football season. And this time, instead of SEC conference games like we've had for 3 straight times in a row, we have the Big Ten conference this time. As we got a good one coming up for you in just a moment. It's a top 5 showdown in this conference. It'll be the 4th-ranked Buckeyes of Ohio State, ranked number 4 in the AP poll at 6-1 on the season, 3-1 in conference play, and they are set to take on the Penn State Nittany Lions, ranked number 3 in the AP poll and undefeated in conference play and 7-0 overall throughout the entire season. It is a top 5 showdown in the Big Ten Conference between Ohio State and Penn State. It is going to be a good one, folks. We got pregame on the way for you as College Game Day is getting ready to make their picks now. But we'll talk about these two teams. We'll talk about their stats. We'll take a look at who the season leaders are, and we'll take a look at some of the teams' previous 5 games and see what they've done in those previous 5 games, look at their scores, and we'll take a look at the series history between the Buckeyes and the Nittany Lions. It should be a good one, folks. It's Penn State versus Ohio State in the Big Ten Conference. It is a top 5 showdown. Ohio State, Penn State, number 4 versus number 3. This is a live play-by-play broadcast of college football 2024, week number 10 action in the Big Ten Conference, live here on the Lucas Ross Sports YouTube channel. Welcome back, sports fans, live to the Lucas Ross Sports YouTube channel, live play-by-play broadcast of college football 2024, week number 10 action here in the Big Ten Conference. Getting ready for our game of the weekend. We have pregame right now here live on this channel as we got the Ohio State Buckeyes ranked number 4 in the country, taking on the number 3, third-ranked team in the country, the Penn State Nittany Lions, a rivalry that really hasn't been played really much. Only 38 total meetings between these two teams, but it has been a rivalry ever since, James Franklin got hired as the head coach at Penn State. And, in the Urban Meyer days, that's where the rivalry kind of picked up. But now you got Ryan Day. The rivalry is still intense as it get. And maybe Ohio State, is not a big rival with Penn State. Their biggest rival is Michigan. But this one is a rivalry that is just going to be intense. Penn State, they're pretty hungry to get their first win here over the Buckeyes since 2016. We'll talk about the series history in just a moment, but it's time now to take a look at your stats as we go into this afternoon's matchup between the Buckeyes and the Nittany Lions. Looking at season leaders, we'll start with the Ohio State Buckeyes. Will Howard, of course, the transfer quarterback from Kansas State. He comes into this game, 134 passes complete on the year, 181 incompletions, and he has thrown for 1,795 yards on the year with 17 touchdown passes and 4 interceptions. Looking at the rushing yards, Quayshawn Junkins, the transfer running back from Ole Miss, comes into today's game. 81 carries on the year, 520 yards of rushing, and 6 rushing touchdowns for the transfer from Ole Miss, who was the running back of the year in the last 2 seasons as the Rebels. They don't really miss him that much. Ole Miss has been pretty solid this year. Not just running the football, but also been pretty solid on the offensive side of the football. And then looking at the leading receiver for the Ohio State Buckeyes, that is the one and only freshman, 6'3", 215-pound from Miami Gardens, Florida. That'll be Jeremiah Smith. He has 35 catches on the year at 623 yards receiving and 8 receiving touchdowns. Jeremiah Smith is one of those true freshman receivers that is one of the best in the country. You also got Ryan Williams of Alabama. Both of those guys have done a tremendous job this year. But great stats for Jeremiah Smith on the season. All right, looking at Penn State season leaders, Drew Aller coming into this game this afternoon, 1,640 passing yards on the year, 12 touchdown passes. That's more than last year, and then 4 interceptions. Drew Aller got hurt this past weekend, but it looks like he's going to be ready to go. He was questionable going into this game, but I think Penn State fans are really lucky to have him to start this game. Looking at the rushing yard leader on the year, Katron Allen. He is a junior, 5'11", 229 pounds from Norfolk, Virginia. Comes into this afternoon's game, 101 carries on the year, 509 rushing yards, and then 4 rushing touchdowns for the junior running back. And then looking at the receiving yards for the Penn State Nittany Lions, it's Tyler Warren. He is a tight end. He is 6'6", 257 pounds. He's a senior, and 47 catches on the year, 559 yards, and 4 receiving touchdowns. So that's a look at your season leaders here for both of these teams. Let's now take a look at the previous 5 games here for both of these teams. We'll start with the visitors, the Buckeyes of Ohio State. Back on September 21st, they defeated Marshall University 49-14, an easy win there for the Buckeyes. September 28th, in their Big Ten Conference opener, they defeated Michigan State on the road 38-7. Defeated Iowa on October the 5th in their second Big Ten Conference game 35-7. And then on October 12th, back in the month of October, it was one of the biggest games of the season in this conference. It was against the Oregon Ducks on the road, and Oregon defeated this Ohio State team to give them their first loss of the season, 32-31. A close loss for the Buckeyes, but last weekend, after a bye week, they had to face Nebraska. That was a hungry Nebraska team looking for a win, but Ohio State survives 21-17. I think Ohio State was just overlooking Nebraska and focused on this game. So that's the previous 5 games here for the Buckeyes. Moving on to Penn State, they defeated one of the worst teams in the country in Kent State back on September 21st, 56-0. Then they defeated Illinois back on September 28th, 21-7. And then UCLA on October the 5th, that was a home game for them. They defeated them 27-11. Back on October 12th, though, they defeated USC on the road in overtime, 33-30. And then they defeated Wisconsin last weekend, 28-13. That's where Drew Aller went down with the injury, but looks like he's going to be ready to go here for the Buckeyes, or actually the Nittany Lions. We'll give more updates as we go forward. And looking at the matchup predictor, let's take a look at who the favorite going into this game is. It's obviously Ohio State. The spread, as high as it was at 4.5. It's now dropped to 3.5, but now going into this game this afternoon, Ohio State is now a field goal favorite, 3 points going into University Park in Pennsylvania, and this is one of the toughest places to play in all of college football. Matchup predictor, according to ESPN Analytics, the FBI does favor Ohio State. They give them about a 61.0% chance of beating Penn State here on the road. That is a very high percentage in my opinion. And then for Penn State, the FBI gives them 39.0% chance of pulling off the upset. So that's a look at some season leaders, the previous 5 games, and then also the matchup predictor of who the favorite going into this game is. Keep it right here. We got more pregame on the way as College Game Day has been making their picks, as it's Ohio State and Penn State. Coming up, we'll take a look at the rivalry history here between the Buckeyes and the Nittany Lions and talk about both programs and compare what the programs have been like throughout the history of college football. Keep it right here. This is a live play-by-play broadcast of college football 2024, week number 10 action in the Big Ten Conference, live here on the Lucas Ross Sports YouTube channel. Welcome back, sports fans, live to the Lucas Ross Sports YouTube channel, live play-by-play broadcast of college football 2024, week number 10 action in the Big Ten Conference, I should say, as we are getting ready for our game of the weekend, Ohio State versus Penn State. Lee Corso about to make his pick, and it looks like he is going with the Buckeyes. And, of course, that is the first official headgear that he put on when College Game Day started to do weekly television on Saturdays. So Penn State, a little bit of disadvantage there. No, I'm kidding. But time now to take a look at the series history between both of these teams and both of their programs comparable. These are two great winning programs in the history of college football, and we're about to take a look at it now. Well, going into this game this afternoon, Ohio State leads the all-time series by 24 games to 14, and there has been no ties here between these two teams. They didn't really officially come rivals until maybe Urban Meyer and also James Franklin came in as both head coaches, and that's where the rivalry really started to heat up here for both of these teams. Looking at, though, Ohio State again leads the all-time series 24 games to 14. They're on a current 7-game winning streak here against this Nittany Lions team. The last win for Penn State came in 2016 at University City Park in Pennsylvania, where Penn State beat Ohio State 24-21. That was when Urban Meyer was there at Ohio State, so there's a lot on the line here for the Nittany Lions to probably snap that 7-game losing streak. Largest margin of victory in this series has been Ohio State 63-14, and their longest win streak is still standing at 7 wins total. Largest margin of victory for Penn State came 63-14. Longest win streak for Penn State, 4 wins in a row. Looking at national championships here, Ohio State with 8 all-time national championships, 2 for Penn State. Conference championships total here in the Big Ten Conference. Ohio State with 39 overall conference championships, 4 for Penn State. Bowl games, these games are pretty close, 55 for Ohio State and 53 for Penn State. Wins all time, these are two really good winning football programs. They're top 10 in wins all time. Ohio State 970 wins all time, 937 though for Penn State. Consensus All-Americans, 93 for the Buckeyes, 44 for Penn State. Heisman Trophy winners, Ohio State leads that category pretty big. 7 all-time Heisman Trophy winners and then 1 for Penn State. NFL draft picks, they have drafted 489 Buckeyes total, and then for the Nittany Lions, 389. First-round NFL draft picks, though, Ohio State leads that category all-time, 91 overall, and then 42 for the Nittany Lions. So that's a look at some program history here between both of these teams. Going into this afternoon, this is the 39th all-time meeting, and we are expecting not a lot of points to be scored here in this game because these are two great defensive teams, but offensively it's going to come down to who has the better offense. But keep it right here. Kickoff is coming up next. We are now just about a minute away from kickoff. This is a live play-by-play broadcast of college football 2024, week number 10 action in the Big Ten Conference, live here on the Lucas Ross Sports YouTube channel. Welcome back, sports fans, live to the Lucas Ross Sports YouTube channel. Live play-by-play broadcast of college football 2024, week number 10 action in the Big Ten Conference as we're getting ready for the kickoff as Penn State takes the field. And it's all white out, of course, for this big-time game. Top 5 teams, number 4 versus number 3. Penn State today will be in those old Navy uniforms with the old white helmets, white pants. Ohio State in the white uniforms with the old gray with the red stripes, and they have the old gray scarlet helmets. And this one should be a good one. Two teams that are high-powered throughout the entire season. You look at Penn State, 7-0 on the year. Ohio State 6-1. Their only defeat to Oregon. Could Ohio State upset this Penn State team, or give them the first loss, I should say, because Ohio State is favored in this game. Ohio State comes in 3-1 in conference play. They need this win to not just, they can still make the playoff as a 10-2 team, but they want to win this game to still make it to that Big Ten championship, because this is what it's all about. You want to always get that first round bye. At perhaps you can defeat Oregon in a rematch if you're the Buckeyes, but if you're Penn State, they can meet Oregon for the first time ever in a Big Ten conference game, but that would be the Big Ten championship. But the Nittany Lions have been through so much. They are trying to snap this losing streak of the Buckeyes. They've had so many opportunities, but could the afternoon be today? And could 2024 finally be the year that Penn State snaps that 7-game losing streak to the Ohio State Buckeyes? Ohio State, the question was, Gus Johnson just announced it. There are some injured players for the Buckeyes. They got some question marks, but the question mark for Penn State is Drew Aller healthy to go in this one? He got injured against Wisconsin last weekend. That was just a big question mark for this Penn State team, but it looks like he is ready to go. For Ohio State, I think they're going to have to depend on their running backs with Travion Henderson and Quayshawn Judkins. Pretty good duo in the backfield. Drew Aller, though, this season, 71.3% completion percentage, 12 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. But you take a look at Bo Barbola, who came in off the bench, 11 of 13 for Penn State. So it looks like we could see him a little bit today, just depending on what happens if Drew Aller is not ready to go. But this would be a big stage for him in this kind of big game and big environment as well. We are getting ready for the kickoff. Ohio State and Penn State. Nittany Lions versus Buckeyes. Again, not a big rivalry, but these two teams don't like each other sometime one bit. Penn State and Ohio State, this is the 39th all-time meeting between the Buckeyes and the Nittany Lions. And this is just a big stage here for the Buckeyes. This is not the only tough environment they've played in all year long. They played, of course, at Oregon. That was the last true road test that Ohio State had. But Will Howard, I'm playing in Beaver Stadium. He said this is a dream come true. But is that dream really going to hit him in the face, as this crowd is just really, really fired up? So Ohio State and Penn State getting ready to kick off here. This is our game of the weekend. And College Game Day, of course, down there. And this is going to be a game that really decides. It really decides who really gets down to business. Well, 53 degrees, so not the warmest day out there. This is actually the 49th all-time meeting since 1912. Again, Ohio State leads the all-time series 24-14. Ohio State, they will win the toss. They have deferred. Penn State will receive, and we'll see the Penn State offense out there for the first time this afternoon. So here we go, folks. Ohio State tees it up. There's the kickoff, and we're underway in our Big Ten Conference game of the weekend. Inside the own 5-yard line. Big, huge return to the 35 and close to the 30-yard line. I should say the 25 and close to the 30. Almost broke free for a big return opening kickoff. But here comes Drew Aller. Again, a little bit of question marks for him after he got injured last weekend. 17-3 all-time as a career starter. 49 total touchdowns and 6 interceptions in his Penn State career. First down and 10 as Penn State will go to work from their own 27-yard line. Aller out of the shotgun, takes the snaps, going to hand it off here to his tailback. Nick Singleton gets a gain of about 2 yards to the 29-yard line, close to that 30-yard line. So Penn State, I think the game plan for them is going to try to wear down this Ohio State defense and really keep that Ohio State offense off the field for as much as they can. And they'll probably go with the running game a little bit and also go to work with the passing game a little bit of Aller. But now a tight end takes the snap here. It's their leading tight end. He's going to go up the middle, gets past the 30-yard line and close to that first down. Looks like he's down to about the 36-yard line. So now it's third down coming up here for this Penn State offense. The Buckeyes defense, they played so well last week, stopping Nebraska in the last possible second to survive 21-17 on third down. And I don't know if Penn State got the first down, but it looks like Nick Singleton may have got it. It looked like Ohio State may have stopped him just short, but let's take a look at it. Singleton looks like his head just across that first down marker, and they do give it to him. So it did look like on my screen that he did not pick it up, but instead, when you watch it in slow motion in the close view of it, he did get the first down. So Penn State, some quick runs to start off this game. No passes yet. First down at the 37-yard line. Singleton goes in motion. Aller, quick strike complete to the 40 and out to the 45-yard line. So a gain of about, they chase him out of bounds, and it looks like it's about a gain of a decent game. So now Drew Aller goes out, and here comes Bo Barbola. 14 total touchdowns in his career at Penn State. Of course, last weekend, took over against Wisconsin after Drew Aller went down with the injury. Barbola hands it off here to his tailback and trying to get to that first down marker. It'll be just short, about 1 yard gain. And Ohio State's defense all over it. Now it's another third down and 1 coming up here for the Buckeyes, or the Nittany Lions. Last year versus Ohio State, Penn State 1 of 15 on third downs. Worst single game since 2015 on third downs. Third down and 1. Drew Aller back in there at quarterback for the Nittany Lions. Out of the shotgun, takes the snap. Aller's got time. He'll take off and run with it, and he'll dive for the first down inside midfield. Looks like he'll be spotted at around that 50-yard line. And Penn State going with the running game here, and they've picked up 2 first downs on their opening drive, and they've both been third down conversions. Remember, Drew Aller not really 100% going into this game, but He can still run the football, and that's what he does there. First down and 10 at the 50-yard line for Penn State. Aller out of the shotgun, takes a snap, looking to throw, looks to his left. Aller looks like he's going to take off with it again, and he gets to about that 45-yard line, gain of about 5, maybe 6, depending on where they spot him at. It looks like they're going to give him just 5 on that play. So a decent gain for Drew Aller. Penn State continuing to work that clock here in the opening drive. It's second down and 5. Opening series here for Penn State. Aller out of the shotgun. Now looks to the sideline. Looks like Penn State switching up the play. Aller gets the snap. Hands it off to Singleton. No, Aller keeps it, and he's got a first down. And how about this? Drew Aller showing off his running game. He may not be 100%, but he doesn't look like he's hurt one bit. And he picks up another Penn State first down. Some nice running here by Penn State early on as we're just underway. 3 first downs now for Penn State on this opening drive. Just 9:53 to go in this first quarter. Aller out of the shotgun on first down, takes a snap, drops to throw. Aller has time, throws it on the run, it's complete. And a good open field tackle by the Ohio State defender. Singleton looks like he made the catch over there. Gain of about 3. That was Simon number 0 with the tackle for the Buckeyes on this open field tackle. Good under the legs tackle. That is what you got to do. Wrap up on the legs and really make sure that you cannot break away from big yardage. Second down and 7. Fake to Singleton. Drew Aller in trouble. Gets away from pressure. Dumps it off to Singleton. Singleton down the sideline to the 15. And he's brought down right around that 15-yard line. Another first down for the Nittany Lions. 19-yard gain after the catch. And I tell you what, Drew Aller was pressured, but he got away from it and just dumped it off for a screen pass. And a first down for Penn State as they're inside the 12-yard line. We have a stoppage of play here. 8:48 to go here in the first quarter of play. And it looks like there was no foul for false start. Looks like that was going to be the call on the play for a flag, but Penn State retains possession. James Franklin not really happy after the officials stopped Penn State from hustling up into that line of scrimmage. So first down now for Penn State inside that 12-yard line. Drew Aller out of the shotgun, sends a guy in motion, takes a snap, that's a backup quarterback, dumps it off, and this one's incomplete. That was the backup quarterback, my mistake. So Penn State, first incompletion on this drive, and now it's second down and 10. Red zone offense or defense for Ohio State, 42% at giving up touchdowns. This defense for Ohio State, they have been getting worn out on this first opening drive. Ohio State doing some subbing out there. And you got to wonder, after the officials stopped that hurry-up offense, you got to feel like they, first down and 17, it looks like. I didn't see a flag. I don't know what the confusion is. As Allen gets the carry for Penn State, he'll give it out to about the 10-yard line. Second down and 13. So, yeah, I didn't really know if there was a flag or not. I couldn't really tell, but Either way, second down and 13. Drew Aller out of the shotgun. We're seeing two quarterbacks here for Penn State. It's a snap here to the running back, Allen. He'll be brought down close to that 10-yard line. And now it's third down coming up, where Penn State's been really good so far on third downs. 7:20 to go here in the first quarter of play. This is the opening drive here for Penn State. That Ohio State defense has been on the field for a very long time. Can they get off the field here on this third down and 10 from inside the 12-yard line? Haller out of the shotgun. Haller gets the snap, looks to throw. Haller to the end zone, too high and incomplete. So a lucky break here for Ohio State with 6:57 to go in this first quarter of play. The Buckeyes get off the field and force Penn State to kick a field goal. And I tell you what, I feel like when the referees did stop them for a potential false start, I think that really kind of killed the momentum for Penn State there. 29-yard attempt here from Ryan Barker. He's 6 of 6 on the year. 40 is his longest. He'll attempt the 29-yard field goal attempt. Good snap, good hold, and the kick is good. So Penn State strikes with a field goal here early in this one on their opening series. 6:57 to go here in the first quarter of play. Your score, Penn State 3, Ohio State 0. This is a live play-by-play broadcast of college football 2024, week number 10 action in the Big Ten Conference, live here on the Lucas Ross Sports YouTube channel. Welcome back, sports fans, live to the Lucas Ross Sports YouTube channel, live play-by-play broadcast of college football 2024, week number 10 action in the Big Ten Conference. Your score, Penn State 3, Ohio State nothing, with 6:54 remaining here in the first quarter of play. Opening drive for Penn State, converted some third downs, but wasn't able to get a touchdown. Ohio State's defense really lucky to get off the field there, and Penn State really wasted so much time on that clock. Ohio State touchback for them. They'll start from their own 25-yard line. Here is Will Howard, the transfer from Kansas State. 17 touchdown passes. We'll take a quick break here as they're taking a break as well. This is a live play-by-play broadcast of college football 2024, week number 10 action in the Big Ten Conference, live here on the Lucas Ross Sports YouTube channel. Welcome back, sports fans, live to the Lucas Ross Sports YouTube channel, live play-by-play broadcast of college football 2024, week number 10 action in the Big Ten Conference. Ohio State will come out for their first opening drive of the ball game. Will Howard, the transfer from Kansas State, wears number 18, second highest passing efficiency rating in the FBS. 17 touchdown passes going into this game. Over 1,700 yards and 4 picks. Kind of struggled against Nebraska last week. Let's see how he does against this highly talented Penn State defense. First down from their own 25. Takes a snap, and they'll hand it off here to Judkins. And Quayshawn Judkins gets about a yard, but that's about it. It's going to be a little bit tough here for this Ohio State team to run the football against this pretty good defensive Penn State team. We'll see what they can do, though, as Ohio State, instead of huddling, they'll line up on the line here in a hurry. Second down and 9, as we are just almost halfway here through the first quarter of play. Will Howard, low snap, hands it off here to Judkins, though, and Judkins gets to about the 30-yard line. It'll be third down coming up. Decent run there for Judkins. He'll make it third down and 5, a pickup of 4. Third down coming up. Last week versus Nebraska, only one third down converted by this Ohio State offense. Third down and 5. Will Howard will go out of the shotgun. Howard will throw to his receiver, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30-yard line and taken back for a pick 6. Touchdown, Penn State. Zion Tracy takes it back for the house. And it's a pick 6 by Penn State. Will Howard was going to his intended receiver, Jeremiah Smith, the true freshman, and they read it perfectly as it's picked off at the 30-yard line. And Penn State, with the pick six on their defense, there is a flag down. I believe it's going to be unsportsmanlike conduct, and that's what it's going to be there, but it's still a touchdown. So with 5:37 to go in the first quarter, Penn State with a pick six early on in this ball game. Extra point coming up. James Franklin not really happy with that unsportsmanlike penalty, but I'm sure he'll take the defensive touchdown. Extra point coming up to make this a 10-point game for Penn State, and now we got some whistles here. False start against Penn State. Well, you don't really see that very often on a field goal, or an extra point, I should say. James Franklin, this is obviously the biggest game of his coaching career. He's had some really good games against Ohio State, but he has not really come close to beating them. Good snap. Extra point. Up and good. And the Nittany Lions, after a pick six, taken back for a pick six touchdown. Your score, Penn State 10, Ohio State nothing. 5:37 to go in this first quarter. We'll take a quick break here. This is a live play-by-play broadcast of college football 2024. Week number 10 action in the Big Ten Conference live here on the Lucas Ross Sports YouTube channel. Welcome back, sports fans, live to the Lucas Ross Sports YouTube channel, live play-by-play broadcast of college football 2024, week number 10 action in the Big Ten Conference. Ohio State turns it over. Will Howard throws an interception at the Ohio State 30-yard line, and Penn State takes it back for a pick six for a Penn State 10-0 lead with 5:37 to go in this first quarter of play. First lead versus Ohio State for Penn State since 2022. And they'll kick it off here as Ohio State will get a chance here. It's a short kick taken from the 10-yard line and spins away, gets to about that 27-yard line, it looks like. He'll be close to that 30. And Ohio State will come back out on offense after that turnover. That was Will Howard's fifth interception on the season. He was looking for Jeremiah Smith on that throw, and this is a big stage here for this freshman, Jeremiah Smith. And Will Howard, of course, has never played an environment like this, and this is what the Big Ten is all about, especially playing at Beaver Stadium. First down and 10 at the 26. Will Howard throws a short pass to the left. It's complete, but no gain. Quayshawn Junkins with a catch. He's brought down at around that 26-yard line, back of the original line of scrimmage. And I tell you what, this is what you got to do here if you're Ohio State. You got to get things going now since you're trailing now 10-0 here in this first quarter of play. Howard gets the snap. Howard, quick throw here to the right. It's complete to Jeremiah Smith. He hits him that time, and he gets down to about that 35. Short of the first down. It'll be third down and short coming up here for Ohio State. Third down and 1 coming up. This Penn State crowd on their feet. Will Howard with a quarterback sneak here, and it looks like he's got it just enough for the first down as they are supposed to get it inside the 37, and that's what they'll do. So Will Howard, using all that 235-pound body of his, gets the first down for the Buckeyes. First down and 10 as just now 4 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Howard out of the shotgun, takes the snap. He'll hand it off here to Junkins. Junkins breaks a tackle. Junkins trips down at around the 45-yard line. He'll pick up a first down for the Buckeyes. He did not get taken down. He slipped on his own feet. There's a lot of jawing going on down there between Junkins and a Penn State defender. This game's really getting intense. Howard will go out of the shotgun here on first down and 10. Ball at the 48-yard line in Ohio State's own territory. Howard out of the shotgun, takes a snap. A little miscommunication, but instead gets the toss to Junkins, and Junkins has a big hole. He gets to Penn State territory. He's down at the 30-yard line. First down, Buckeyes. Gain of 22 yards for Junkins. Again, Junkins going back to his Ole Miss days. He was one of the top running backs in the SEC for the last 2 years. He was just a big pickup here for Ohio State in the transfer portal. First down and 10 coming up as Quayshawn Junkins makes a huge run, and now it's Trevion Henderson's turn as Will Howard tosses it to him, and he gets taken down right around that 25-yard line. Trevion Henderson and Junkins, these are two guys that are really good tailbacks and running back duos. Penn State also has really good running back duos. These are two really good running teams. And I think both of these teams are going to try to run the football in this game. Second down and 5, pick up of 5 yards by Henderson on that last play. Howard is under center. Howard, play action, look to throw. Howard goes deep downfield. He's got a man. Caught. Touchdown, Ohio State. Emeka Egbuka, number 2, and what a response for the Buckeyes. 25-yard touchdown pass by Howard. And we got a ball game, folks. Will Howard went play action, goes under center. All the receivers are stacked up inside that offensive line, and then they just get free. And a huge touchdown catch for Egbuka from Will Howard. So now both teams trade touchdowns. Extra point, up and good. A 7-play drive for Ohio State that started inside the 26. Make it 74-yard drive. And we got a ball game, folks. We'll take another quick break here. Your score, Penn State 10, Ohio State 7, with 1:59 to play in the first quarter of play. This is a live play-by-play broadcast of college football 2024, week number 10 action in the Big Ten Conference, live here on the Lucas Ross Sports YouTube channel. Welcome back, sports fans, live to the Lucas Ross Sports YouTube channel, live play-by-play broadcast of college football 2024, week number 10 action here in the Big Ten Conference. Ohio State, 7-play, 74-yard drive, and it caps off a 20-yard touchdown pass from Will Howard, and it's 10-7 now in this first quarter of play with just 1:59 to go. Here in the first quarter of play, Emeka Egbuka was the one that caught the touchdown catch, 21st career receiving touchdown. Short kick again, or actually, excuse me, a return from the 1-yard line and across that 20-yard line to about that 21, and that's where Penn State will take over. So first down coming up here, Penn State's opening drive. They had good momentum going until the referees did stop for no false start called. And Penn State had to take a field goal, but their defense comes up with a pick six. That's the reason why they're up 10-7. And Ohio State just scored the touchdown pass. Haller out of the shotgun, takes a snap, looking to throw. He's in trouble, rolls to his right on that bad leg, and he takes it down to about that 25-yard line. We've seen some really good running here by Drew Aller in this first quarter, even though he's not 100% healthy going into this game. And I tell you what, he is just so calm in the pocket that he is not really caring how much pressure there is. He can run the football pretty well. 4-yard gain as they're just inside that 24-yard line. Aller gets a snap, hands it off here to Allen. Or excuse me, that's the Caleb Downs with the tackle for Ohio State. Third down and about 2 coming up here for Penn State. Aller out of the shotgun. Ball just inside that 28-yard line. Aller gets the snap, drops to throw, pressure coming. Aller gets rid of it here on a lobbing throw, incomplete. Nicely coverage, and also with the defensive effort, there is no flag down for pass interference, and Penn State fans not really happy about it. But you see it right here. Yeah, good defensive effort. And looks like the officials are letting these players play, and that's what they're doing in this ball game so far here in the first quarter of play. Penn State will punt it for the first time with just 39 seconds to go. Fair catch called at around that 29-yard line. And that's where Ohio State will take over. There is a flag down on the play. And now they're not letting them play. Now there is a flag, so let's see what the flag is. There's going to be a holding called against Ohio State. First down Ohio State still, but it'll back them up 10 yards deep in their own territory. First down and 10 coming up. We just got 36 seconds to go here in the first quarter. We've already seen 1 turnover, 1 pick six, and then a touchdown by an offensive team, and that would be the Buckeyes. First down and 10. After that holding penalty, it backs them up at around that 19-yard line. Howard out of the shotgun, low snap, looking to throw, fires it left, incomplete. That one intended for Jeremiah Smith, the true freshman wide receiver. There is an injured Penn State player down on the field, but good defensive effort on the true freshman of Jeremiah Smith. Isaiah Izzard, number 99, big player for Penn State, down. Gets up to his feet. Isaiah Izzard, 6'3", 305 pounds, from Columbia, Missouri. So second down and 10 coming up after that stoppage of play with the injured player, and after the incompletion from Will Howard to Jeremiah Smith. 32 seconds to go here in the first quarter of play. Howard will be out of the shotgun here on this second down play. Howard gets the snap, fakes the handoff. Howard, quick throw here. He's got a man, caught at the 25-yard line. He'll be close to that first down, just shy of that 30-yard line. And it'll be a third down coming up here for the Buckeyes, but that clock continuing to run out. That's Tate with the catch, number 17. Ohio State looking to get off one more play here before the end of this first quarter. 5 seconds to go. One of the guys goes in motion, and the clock is going to hit 00. And that'll end the first quarter of play. So, pick 6 field goals by Penn State on their defensive touchdown, and then Ohio State, 74-yard drive, 7-play. They respond back. That's the end of the first quarter. Your score at the end of the first quarter of play is Penn State 10, Ohio State 7. This is a live play-by-play broadcast of college football 2024, week number 10 action in the Big Ten Conference. We got the second quarter coming up next right here live on the Lucas Ross Sports YouTube channel. Welcome back, sports fans, live to the Lucas Ross Sports YouTube channel, live play-by-play broadcast of college football 2024, week number 10 action here in the Big Ten Conference. Score at the end of the first quarter of play, Penn State 10, Ohio State 7, as Ohio State has a third down and short as we start this second quarter of play. They're inside their own 28-yard line. They need to get it to the 29-yard line. Penn State may have jumped, and they did. Looks like Ohio State's strategy was to jump Penn State off sides, and that's what they did there. So a 5-yard penalty gives them the automatic first down. Well, in that first quarter of play, Penn State field goal, pick 6 after a Will Howard interception. And then Ohio State would respond back on a 7-play, 74-yard drive for the touchdown pass from 25 yards from Howard to Ibaka. And it's now a 10-7 ball game. Penn State came into this game with A record of 7-0, undefeated in conference play. Ohio State 3-1 in conference play, 6-1 on the season. First down and 10 after that offside penalty puts Ohio State inside the 32-yard line. Howard gets the snap, throws a short pass to the left. It's a dangerous throw, but incomplete. Intended for Quayshawn Juckins. Looked like they were trying to set up a screen as Penn State was coming on a blitz. So after that incompletion, makes it 2nd down and 10. Almost a really dangerous throw there by Will Howard. This Penn State defense everywhere on the line of scrimmage, looking to put pressure on Will Howard at all times. 2nd down and 10 after the incompletion. Howard out of the shotgun, takes a snap. Delayed handoff to Juckins, and he'll be brought down for about a loss of maybe 1, maybe no gain on the play. And they'll give him a 1-yard loss. So 3rd down and about 11 to go as we start this second quarter of play of our game of the weekend. Will Howard out of the shotgun here. Ball inside now the 31-yard line. Howard trying to face this tough Beaver Stadium crowd, as this crowd has just been fired up ever since the start of the morning kickoff. Howard gets a snap, drops to throw. Howard rolls to his right, completes it to the right side, but going to be short of the first down, close to that 40-yard line. And it'll be 4th down coming up. There is a flag down, so hold on. Oh, you can't have that. Penn State gets called for an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. That is a... Wow, I'll tell you what. You cannot have those penalties even on 3rd downs. You cannot have those penalties on 3rd downs, even 4th downs, because that will cost you 15 yards. Oh, yeah, that's disgusting there. You can't do that, but this is a rivalry game, and if you're Penn State, you can't let your emotions get to you. You got a 10-7 lead here. 5 penalties now on Penn State for 45 yards. 1st down and 10 as Ohio State now moves into Penn State territory after that penalty. Howard will throw a long ball downfield. He's got a man wide open, caught. Did he catch it? No, incomplete. It was caught by Tate, but incomplete as his feet went out of bounds. Well, I tell you what, this would have been a huge play for Ohio State. And I tell you what, that is a little bit of a back foot throw by Will Howard. And I tell you what, that is incomplete. 2nd down and 10. Howard gets a snap. A quick throw here to the right. It's complete to Juckins. And Juckins makes the catch close to that 40-yard line. And that'll be 3rd down coming up here for this Ohio State offense. Just 2 minutes in here to the second quarter of play. 3rd down and 5 coming up. Penn State, a couple of 3rd downs, have they given up some penalties. It was a offsides, and then, of course, the unsportsmanlike penalty. Can they get off the field here on this 3rd down? Howard gets the snap, drops to throw. Little screen pass complete to Travion Henderson. Henderson almost breaks free, but he goes out of bounds at around that 25-yard line. And 1st down for the Buckeyes. Looks like Penn State was bringing a blitz on that play on the defensive line of scrimmage. And you cannot bring a blitz there on that defensive play. Ohio State has some speedy running backs that can catch the football as well. 1st down and 10 for the Buckeyes inside now the 22-yard line. Howard hands it off here on the left side this time. Travion Henderson, number 32, with the carry, gets about a couple of yards. It'll bring up 2nd down and about 8. This Ohio State offensive line, remember, they're kind of short-handed here. 10th play of the drive here for this Ohio State offense, as they're inside the 20-yard line in Penn State territory. Howard gets a snap, fakes the toss. Howard, left side, complete, wide open to the 10, to the 5, into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. Brandon Ennis, number 13 for the Buckeyes, gives them the lead. A successful 10-play drive that results in a touchdown for Ohio State. And they have their first lead of the afternoon. And the Buckeyes take a 13-10 lead with the extra point coming up. Waiting for the snap. Good snap and good hold, and it's good. Ohio State has the lead here in the second quarter of play. That is how you want to really kick off this second quarter if you're an Ohio State fan. We'll take another quick break here as we're just underway in the second quarter. 11:54 to play in the second quarter of play. Your score, Ohio State 14, Penn State 10. This is a live play-by-play broadcast of college football 2024, week number 10 action in the Big Ten Conference, live here on the Lucas Ross Sports YouTube channel. Welcome back, sports fans, live here to the Lucas Ross Sports YouTube channel, live play-by-play broadcast of college football 2024, week number 10 action in the Big Ten Conference. Your score, as we got 11:54 to go here in the second quarter of play, Ohio State 14, Penn State 10, as this offense of Ohio State now has found a way to get things going. Some score updates to pass along to you. We got Ole Miss and Arkansas. Ole Miss leads that game 21-3 in the second quarter. Minnesota leading Illinois in the second quarter as well, 10-3. And then Miami, they lead Duke 14-7 in the second quarter as well. So that's some of those noon games going on here. Ohio State will kick off as the ball fell off the tee a while ago. That ball goes into the end zone for the touchback. So here comes this Penn State offense. So Will Howard, 8 of 12, 95 yards in this first half of play. 2 touchdowns, threw an interception, has really repeated himself, though. Quayshawn Junkins, 5 carries, 37 yards. Penn State had the pick 6 from 31 yards, and then they had 54 total yards on their first opening drive of the game. And now Penn State goes with a change of quarterback. Acapella in there. He'll get the snap, and he'll try to run for it, but he gets no gain on the play. Ohio State's defense all over that one. 2nd down and 10 coming up. We knew Drew Aller going into this game was not even 100%. We've seen 2 quarterbacks here for Penn State. 4-point Ohio State lead here in the second quarter of play. 2nd down and 10 here for Penn State. Drew Aller just 3 of 5 in this first half for 30 yards. Aller is back in there at the quarterback position. Aller waiting for the snap, takes it, fakes the handoff, looking to his left, fires downfield, left side, and it's caught. First down inside the 40-yard line, wide open receiver. First down Penn State. Gain of 15 yards. That's the 4th completion here for Penn State with Drew Aller. These receivers, if you're Penn State, you have to really step up in this game against this secondary for this Ohio State team. Now some stoppage of play here. Let's see what the referees are doing. They're going to review the completed pass from the previous play. 10:47 to go here in this second quarter of play. Thank you for joining me right here live on this broadcast. This is just a voice broadcast that we do week by week. We have now started some gaming content here on the channel. We're doing some simulations week by week. We'll do those 5 days a week from Monday through Friday. And then we'll continue to do my individual videos from Monday through Thursday, or Sunday through Thursday. We do the recap video tomorrow. Then we have our top 25. Speaking of top 25, the first playoff rankings come out on election night. That ought to be a fun one there. We'll see who the number 1 seed is going to be. I think it's going to be probably Oregon, just depending on what happens for all these teams today. And the pass is going to be incomplete, so the call is reversed. So incompletion makes it now 3rd down and 10. Penn State fans not really happy about that one either, and that's just a good call. I see it go down the nose to the ball, goes to the ground. And Penn State fans were really hyped up. Now they're getting a little bit frustrated here. So 3rd down and 10 coming up here for Penn State as they're inside the 25-yard line. Aller is out of the shotgun with one guy behind him. That's Singleton. Aller in trouble, goes down the left side. This one's incomplete. And Ohio State forces Penn State to go 3 and out. This Ohio State defense, they started off slow, but they have now come alive ever since that really slow start. Penn State fans still kind of not happy after that incompletion, but they were also kind of not happy after the no call there on the pass. But it's not even a pass interference. It's not even close. Ball takes a bounce backwards here, as this is not a good punt. It'll be great field position for Ohio State when we return. We'll take a quick break here. Your score, Ohio State 14, Penn State 10. This is a live play-by-play broadcast of college football 2024, week number 10 action in the Big Ten Conference, live here on the Lucas Ross Sports YouTube channel. Welcome back, sports fans, live here to the Lucas Ross Sports YouTube channel, live play-by-play broadcast of college football 2024, week number 10 action in the Big Ten Conference. 10:34 to go here in this first half of play. Ohio State 14, Penn State 10, as Ohio State's defense makes a 3-and-out stop. Penn State punts the football away. Not a great punt. It'll be great field position for this Ohio State team. This Ohio State team started off pretty slow, turning the ball over in that first quarter of play, but ever since that turnover, they've been a little bit different. Let's see how they do here on this drive. First down at the 42 in Penn State territory. Handoff here left side and almost broke free. Ubaka number 2 with the little end around handoff, and Ohio State now quickly goes to the line at the 47-yard line for second down and 5. Howard looks to his left, all kinds of time. A lot of pump fakes by Howard. Throws on the run, off the hands and incomplete. Intended for Quayshawn Judkins. And I tell you what, that's a huge drop there if you're Quayshawn Judkins from Will Howard's throw. Just off of the fingertips. So now third down coming up here for the Buckeyes. Ohio State led by Chip Kelly in this offense. Chip Kelly, the offensive coordinator, a veteran coach at the Pac-12 level. Howard gets a snap, looking to throw, fires it to the right. It's complete to Ibaka, and he'll be short at the first down. He got to Penn State territory, but he'll be down inside the 49. And looks like Ohio State maybe stays on the field here. So fourth down coming up. What does Ryan Day do here? And yes, they're going to go for it here. They have scored touchdowns on every drive with a fourth down conversion. Fourth down and 1. Ball just inside that 49-yard line, and I think Ohio State might probably take a timeout, and they do. So Ryan Day does take the timeout. Ohio State will talk about it. We'll take a quick break as well. 9:25 to go here in the first half of play. Your score, Ohio State 14, Penn State 10. This is a live play-by-play broadcast of college football 2024, week number 10 action in the Big Ten Conference, live here on the Lucas Ross Sports YouTube channel. Welcome back, sports fans, live here to the Lucas Ross Sports YouTube channel, live play-by-play broadcast of college football 2024, week number 10 action in the Big Ten Conference, as we got about 9:25 to play here in the second quarter. Ohio State's offense will stay out on the field. They will go for it here on this 4th down and short from the Penn State 49-yard line. And it looks like they'll maybe do a quarterback sneak here. Will Howard is under center. Nope. Fake. Will Howard rolls to his left. He's in trouble. Gets away from the first guy and fires and juggling. It's caught inside the 30-yard line. Jerani Thurman, number 15, juggled it a huge amount of times, but he was able to make the catch. Wow, Will Howard almost got sacked on that play. That would have been a big loss there and good field position for Penn State. But Ohio State keeps the drive going, and they convert on a 4th down. They cash it in there. And Ryan Day very excited about that play. 1st down and 10 for the Buckeyes inside the 30-yard line. 1st down and 10, Howard out of the shotgun, takes the snap, hands it off here to Juckins, and Juckins still going. He gets taken down close to the 20-yard line. Good run by Quayshawn Juckins. Gain of 7 yards. Just a very powerful back and a really good job by this offensive line for the Buckeyes. Again, question marks for them going into this game. They have really proved that wrong here in this one. Will Howard out of the shotgun here on this 2nd down and 3 after the 7-yard pickup by Juckins. Gets a snap. He'll hand it back off to Juckins. Nope. Quarterback keeper by Howard, and he's brought down. Looks like no gain on the play. It'll be 3rd down coming up. So 3rd down for Ohio State with about 7:38 to play here in the first half. A loss of 1 yard on that last play. 3rd down and 4. Ball's inside the 24-yard line. Ohio State 2 out of 4 on 3rd downs here in the first half. Howard out of the shotgun takes the snap. He'll hand it off here to Juckins. Or actually Travion Henderson, number 32, almost broke free. But he'll have a 1st down for Ohio State close to that 10-yard line, and the Buckeyes keep the drive going. These are 2 really good backs here. They're really reminding me of Nick Chubb and Sony Michel, to be honest. I mean, Georgia's had all those great running backs, but Ohio State has that this year with Juckins, the transfer from Ole Miss, and then you got Travion Henderson, who's a physical back as well. 1st down and 10 for Ohio State inside the 13. Howard's going to keep it on a quarterback keeper. Howard, plenty of open space. Did Howard get into the end zone? Yes, he did. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And Ohio State will go up by double digits. And this is going to be really close. Let's see where Will Howard is. Oh, the ball did come out. Did he fumble it out of the end zone? That'll be the question mark. The ball came out at the 1-yard line. And the previous play will be under further review. This is going to be a big call. Ball comes out at around that 2-yard line. I tell you what, it could be a touchback here by this Ohio State team. This is going to be the biggest call, I believe, of this college football season so far. And I'll tell you what, it could be out of bounds at around that 2-yard line, or it could be into the back of the end zone for the touchback. I'll tell you what, that ball looked like from that angle, it looks like it's into the end zone. And I tell you what, it could be a touchback, folks. I tell you, it's really close. Based on the shadow where the ball is, it's in the end zone for the touchback. But the ball did come out at around that 2-yard line. This is going to be a big call here after Ohio State on a pretty good drive here. Here's the call. Oh, it's a touchback, and the touchdown is none. What a lucky break here for this Penn State defense. And I tell you what, it was a close call, but I tell you what, based on the shadow of where that ball was in the sun, it was right in that end zone. Ohio State, with that touchdown, they were close to going up by 10 points, make it 11 if they had the extra point. But Penn State has the ball now. Inside the 20-yard line, it's still a 14-10 ball game, folks. First down for the Nittany Lions. It's a tight end snap. Tyler Warren will get the carry. He'll be brought down close to that 30-yard line. He'll be brought down just around that 25-yard line. Second down and 3. Warren, the number 44 tight end. He is one of the biggest receivers on this team, but he's also a guy that can take the handoff. He can play any position out there on the field. 5:55 to play here in the first half of play. Penn State does get the ball or Ohio State gets the ball to start the second half. Penn State will go with the handoff here, as they'll go with the running back run. That's Allen, number 13. First down, Penn State. After that run by Allen. Now Singleton is in there. Katron Allen, 105 carries on the year, 522 yards, and 4 rushing touchdowns. First down at the 34-yard line. Most of the guys shift in motion here to the left for Penn State. And they'll go with a run here on a little end around. That's Singleton, number 10. Gain of 7 on that trick play by Penn State. Now Penn State goes quick tempo. Second down and 3. Allard to throw. Completes it to Singleton. There is a flag down. He'll be short of that first down, it looks like, depending on where he went out of bounds. But it looks like it's going to be a holding call, maybe against the Nittany Lions. No. Offsides against Ohio State. We'll give them a 5-yard penalty and a first down for Penn State. We knew going in there was going to be a lot of penalties here that were not the right calls. This is what a rivalry game is all about, folks. First down coming up here for Penn State. Don't forget about the 2-minute timeout at the 2-minute mark. Allen fakes the end around to Allen. Allard throws it here to the left. It's incomplete. Off the hands of the intended receiver. A little bit of a dangerous throw there in tight coverage by Allard. But now it's second down coming up. Don't forget, coming up at the end of this second quarter, we got halftime stats on the way for you. And then we'll take a look at some other games that are going on throughout college football. And we preview some games coming up in week number 10. Second down and 10 coming up here for Penn State. Ball inside that 46-yard line. Haller out of the shotgun, takes a snap. It's a low one, but actually it's the backup quarterback, and he'll complete it out to Singleton. It'll be down around that 50-yard line at midfield. Again, I can't tell where either Penn State is subbing out quarterbacks, and that's what they're doing. They're doing that right now with Drew Aller in there now. Again, going into this game, we knew Drew Aller was not 100%. But either way, he is playing out there. 3rd down and 6 for the Nittany Lions at the 50-yard line. Haller out of the shotgun, takes a snap. Ohio State showing blitz. Haller's got time, throws it on a pressure, and it's incomplete. Good defensive effort there by Ohio State, and it will be 4th down. So 3:50 now to go here in the first half. And Penn State, I think, will have to punt this football away. So a lucky break there for Ohio State after the touchback, after Will Howard fumbled the football. Their defense comes up with a big stop. This defense of Ohio State picking up right where they left off last week against Nebraska. Penn State will punt the football away here. There's a snap and rolling to the right. That's a rugby-style kick. And this ball goes well into the end zone for the touchback. So Ohio State will take possession here with 3:44 to go here in the first half of play. This Ohio State offense has been building some offense here in the first half. We've seen some really good running game by Travion Henderson and Quayshawn Junkins. Some pretty good throws by Howard. And a couple of touchdowns for Will Howard in this first half. Chip Kelly, the offensive coordinator / quarterbacks coach. So Ohio State will take over from their own 20-yard line, as we're just now about 3:44 to go here in the first half of play. Ohio State does get the ball to start the second half. You definitely want to have a double-digit lead going into halftime as Junkins gets the handoff, and he'll pick up about maybe 2 or 3. It'll be 2nd down, and they'll give him about, still waiting to see what they gave him on that play. 3-yard gain, so 3-yard gain makes it 2nd down and 7. 4-point Ohio State lead. They have 201 total yards of offense out of 99 for Penn State. Howard gets the snap, tosses it here to Junkins, and Junkins may have got no gain on that play. And it will be 3rd down coming up. Penn State doesn't really need to rush here. They don't really need to take a timeout yet. They got the 2-minute timeout, but they'd like to get a stop here on 3rd down and 7. Travion Henderson is now the running back for Ohio State. And this crowd is trying to get into Will Howard's head. 3rd down and 7 coming up. Howard gets a snap, pressure coming. Howard goes down for a sack. Abdul Carter, number 11, with the sack for Penn State. And I tell you what, he has been waiting for a sack all game long, and he finally gets one there on a 3rd down and 7 pass rush. And Penn State makes a huge stop here on 3rd down and 7 as Will Howard gets sacked for the first time this afternoon. And the 2-minute timeout is upon us, so we'll take another quick break here. We'll take a 2-minute timeout ourselves. Your score as we're in the second quarter of play, Ohio State 14, Penn State 10. This is a live play-by-play broadcast of college football 2024 week number 10 action in the Big Ten Conference live here on the Lucas Ross Sports YouTube channel. Welcome back, sports fans, live here to the Lucas Ross Sports YouTube channel. Live play-by-play broadcast of the 2024 college football season here in the Big Ten Conference. 2-minute timeout, 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Your score, Ohio State 14, Penn State 10, as Ohio State does get the ball to start the second half. But Penn State made a huge stop on 3rd down and 7 with a sack on Will Howard. Penn State waiting for the punt return. Waiting for the snap, I should say, for the punt for Ohio State. There it is, and there's the punt. A little short kick. Returned, though, from the 45-yard line and gets out to midfield. Good field position coming up here for Penn State with 3 timeouts left here for the Nittany Lions. We've seen a couple of quarterbacks here for Penn State in this game. You take a look at the leading receivers. Singleton has the 5 catches for Penn State. Warren has no catches, and then Wallace a third, no catches. So Singleton, 41 yards of receiving in this game. 1st down and 10 at the 49-yard line for the Nittany Lions. Aller gets a snap, hands it off here to Singleton. And Singleton gets about maybe a couple of yards, gets to about that 47-yard line. 2nd down and 8. Again, we've seen both teams run the football in this game. Penn State really hasn't had a big running play in this game. Aller, quick snap, throws it here to the right side. Pass is complete. And now to be 3rd down coming up. Penn State hurries up to the line here with just 1:13 to go. 3 timeouts left here for Penn State. Aller gets a snap. He's going to keep it on 3rd down and 5. I don't know. And he'll be just shy of that 1st down. So it'll be at the 40-yard line. Fourth down coming up, and James Franklin's going to let this clock roll down. I don't know why they're not even taking a timeout here to discuss this 4th down. And I tell you what, this is not what you want to do if you're Penn State. 4th down and 1. Aller out of the shotgun. Timeout is called by the Buckeyes with 31 seconds now to go here in the first half. Well, I tell you what, I'm really surprised that Penn State wasted the clock down there. There's 31 seconds to go, and you had about 1 minute remaining. You could just take a timeout on a 4th down play. That's got to be a big mistake there by James Franklin and this coaching staff. So 4th down coming up, I should say. 4th down and 1. With just 31 seconds to go. Penn State only 4 out of 6 on 4th down conversions this year. Drew Aller is in at quarterback. Penn State hustles to the line. They'll hand it off here up the middle. Singleton. Looks like he got the 1st down at around that 38-yard line. So Penn State will now take the timeout. That was a really lucky break there. It looks like Singleton got stood up for a moment, but then he just pushed it in there for the 1st down. So Nittany Lions really able to pick up that 1st down barely there with now just 26 seconds to go here in the first half. You got your halftime stats on the way here for you in just a moment. 2 timeouts left here for Penn State. Some score updates for you. Ole Miss leads Arkansas 28-10 in the second quarter. Illinois trailing Minnesota 13-10 at the half. Duke leading Miami 21-17 with 1:15 left to go in the second quarter. 2 timeouts left. Aller on 1st down and 10 for Penn State inside the 38-yard line. Gets the snap. Aller plenty of time Aller rolls to his right. Now he's going to take off with it, and Drew Aller has the first down. He slides, and he gets down close to that 20-yard line. Gain of 15 yards by Drew Aller, and another timeout is called by the Nittany Lions. I'll tell you what, Drew Aller has had some really nice running plays here by himself in this game. Again, he's not really a nifty runner for Penn State. He was not 100% going into the game this afternoon. Looks like his knee brace is off, so he took that off of his knee. And looks like he is just feeling fine out there. 6 carries, 41 yards for Drew Aller. He has been that top running back guy for this Penn State team. Clock now at 20 seconds to go here in the first half. First down and 10 for Penn State. Looking to get a score here before the clocks hit 0-0. Aller out of the shotgun. Takes a snap. Aller looking, lobs it downfield, and this one is caught inside the 2-yard line. It looks like it was going to be picked off, but it's caught anyway, and there's a flag down. A holding against Ohio State. Penalties decline. First down and goal coming up here for Penn State, which now just almost 10 seconds to go here in the first half. Wow, beautiful one-handed grab by the Penn State receiver. And they get it inside the 5. Aller to the end zone. Caught! Touchdown, Nittany Lions. No, they're calling it incomplete. They saying he was out of bounds. My goodness. Wow, this was awfully close. Let's take a look at it here. There's the bobble, and oh man, the defender looked like he had the ball in his hands. It could be an interception. He'll take a look at this. Watch him how he grabs the football. That's got to be a pick right there. That's got to be an interception here by this Ohio State defense because it's in the hands of the defender and his feet are down in the end zone. Wow. Holy moly. It came off the shoulder pad of the intended receiver. That's got to be a pick there. Nick Minosa, the player that came up with that interception, he is fired up on that sideline. I'll tell you what, this is going to be really close. I mean, just to see what this call is going to be here. If Penn State fans are not going to like it, what the call is, I'll tell you what, that ball is in the hands of Nick Minosa. He's got the pick there. His foot is down. It hit the Penn State shoulder pad of the intended receiver, and it into the hands of Nick Minosa for the pick. And the ruling on the field is a touchback, and Ohio State with the pick. So that's 2 times that we've seen that today. Ohio State had a touchback of their own. Penn State with the pick in the end zone. That is a lucky break for the Buckeyes. What a play by Nick Minosa, and that will probably in the first half on good terms here for the Buckeyes. And they'll take a knee, and that will do it for the first half of plays. So, a defensive battle. Ohio State in front as they go into the locker room. Coming up for you, we got the halftime stats for you, and we'll take a look at some score updates and some previews of other games coming up for you later on tonight and also early in the afternoon. Keep it right here. Your score at the half, Ohio State 14, Penn State 10. This is a live play-by-play broadcast of college football 2024, week number 10 action in the Big Ten Conference, live here on the Lucas Ross Sports YouTube channel. Welcome back, sports fans, live to the Lucas Ross Sports YouTube channel, live play-by-play broadcast of college football 2024, week number 10 action here in the Big Ten Conference. And your score at halftime, Ohio State 14, it is Penn State 10 in this top 5 showdown. And we've seen a competitive ball game so far. It is now time to take a look at your first half stats as it's 14-10 at the half. The Buckeyes, a couple of touchdowns in that first half on Will Howard, and then the pick six by Penn State on their defense, and then, of course, the field goal early on in the ball game. Ohio State has led the way the rest of the way ever since those couple of touchdowns for the Buckeyes, and it's now time to take a look at stats. We'll start here with the game leaders. We'll start with the quarterbacks. Will Howard, 10 of 15 in that first half, 118 yards, 2 touchdown passes, 1 pick. Of course, that came in the early part of the first quarter of play after, little bit of a slow start by the Ohio State offense, but they have picked it up right where they left off. And then Quayshawn Judkins had 8 carries for 47 yards at running the football for the Buckeyes. He leads the way for the rushing yards. And then Amaka Oboka had the touchdown catch a little bit earlier in the game. Had 2 catches for 29 yards and that 1 receiving touchdown that came in the second quarter, the early part of the second quarter of play. So that's a look at the game leaders for Ohio State. Looking at the passing yards or the game leaders for Penn State, Drew Aller was 6 of 13 in that first half for 62 yards. And then that 1 interception that came, of course, right at the end of that second quarter play just a moment ago. But Drew Aller, the biggest strength for him has been his running game. Even though he did not become 100% going into this game, he has really proven that he is all right and ready to go. He had 6 carries for 41 yards in that first half, and then Nick Singleton had 5 catches for 41 yards in that first half. That is the running back that for Penn State that leads the way in receiving. So that's a look at your game leaders. Let's now take a look at the team stats for both of these teams. Ohio State in that first half, we'll start with them. First downs, they had 10 total first downs in that first half. They were 3 out of 7 on third down conversion attempts. 1 for 1 on fourth down. They went for it on 1 fourth down play. They had 191 total yards of offense in that first half. So not really an explosive first half for both of these teams, especially for Ohio State in their offense. They had 118 passing yards, just talked about that. And then, of course, 73 rushing yards. They kind of struggling at running the football so far. Both of these teams like to run the football, but we've seen both teams only at 70-plus yards at rushing the football in this game. Penalties for Ohio State, they had 2 for 15 yards in that first half, had a couple of turnovers. They had, the touchback, of course, that fumble and everything, but then they had that early interception thrown in that first quarter of play. That's a look at the Ohio State first half stats, and then looking at Penn State, they had 9 first downs in that first half, 2 out of 7 on third down conversions, 1 for 1 on fourth downs, and then 145 total yards of offense. So neither offense has been able to be pretty explosive, and that's the reason why we got a 14-10 ball game. 66 passing yards, just talked about that. We've seen 2 different quarterbacks for Penn State, but Drew Aller has been there in the most on possessions here for the Nittany Lions. 79 rushing yards for Penn State, and then they had 5 penalties for 30 yards in that first half, and then that 1 turnover coming in at the end of that second quarter of play. That's a look at your first half stats here at this halftime of our game of the weekend here in the Big Ten Conference. Again, your score at halftime is Ohio State 14, Penn State 10. Keep it right here. More halftime stats to talk about right here live on the Lucas Ross Sports YouTube channel. This is a live play-by-play broadcast of the 2024 college football season live here on the Lucas Ross Sports YouTube channel. Welcome back, sports fans, live here to the Lucas Ross Sports YouTube channel, live play-by-play broadcast of the 2024 college football season. We're still at halftime here of our game of the weekend as it's in the Big Ten Conference. Ohio State 14, Penn State 10 is your halftime score here. We've already went through the stats. Let's now check out some other games that are going on right now throughout this Week 10 action of college football 2024. Well, at the half, it's Duke up against Miami, who's ranked number 5 in the AP poll. They are on upset alert as they are heading into halftime of that game. It's Duke 21, Miami 17. Ole Miss leads at the half against Arkansas 35-10. Then we got Army taking on Air Force in that rivalry football game. Army, of course, without their starting quarterback. 9:59 to go in the third quarter of play. It's Army 13, Air Force 3. The third quarter just underway as Minnesota leads Illinois, number 24, Illinois 13-10. We got Oklahoma trying to bounce back. They lead 35-7 over Maine University in the third quarter. Purdue trails Northwestern 17-10 in the third quarter. NC State leads Stanford 31-14 in the third. Then we got at halftime Virginia Tech beating Syracuse right now 14-3. Then we got other games, Power 4 games going on. Vanderbilt and Auburn tied in the second quarter of play with 5:46 to go. It is tied up at 7-all. So that's a look at some score updates for you as we are in the afternoon here on this Saturday of college football 2024. Other games coming up for you this afternoon. We got Oregon taking on Michigan on the road. That'll be a good one there. That will be a 3:30 kickoff time. We got the Florida versus Georgia game coming up in Jacksonville. That one also at 3:30. Iowa State and Texas Tech at 3:30. Indiana will be traveling to take on Michigan State at 3:30. Kansas State will be on the road at Houston at 3:30. That'll be a 3:30 kickoff on Fox. And then Nebraska hosts UCLA on the Big Ten Network. North Carolina takes on Florida State at 3:30. Oklahoma State takes on Arizona State at 3:30. A lot of 3:30 games. Arizona at UCF at 3:30 in the Big 12. And then we go to the next time games. Navy will be at Rice. Navy lost their first game last weekend against Notre Dame. They got blown out in that game, so they're hoping to really bounce back. Mississippi State hosts Massachusetts at 4:15 on the SEC Network. And then tonight we got Texas A&M traveling on the road to take on South Carolina at 7:30. Texas A&M, you definitely want to keep an eye on that one as they travel to take on South Carolina at William Bryce Stadium. Clemson tonight will host Louisville at Death Valley. It'll be a 7:30 kickoff. Iowa will host Wisconsin, 7:30 kickoff time between 2, 5, and 3 teams. 4 and 4 teams, Washington and USC will meet at 7:30 tonight. And we got a top 20 showdown in the ACC. Pittsburgh will be traveling to take on SMU at 8 o'clock Eastern time. And then TCU will be taking on rival Baylor at 8 o'clock Eastern time. And then tonight we also got Tennessee and Kentucky, a rivalry game there. It'll be at 7:45 on the SEC Network. So that's a look at some other games coming up for you tonight and also some score updates as we get ready for our second half of our game of the weekend. It should be coming up for you in just a moment. Again, your score at halftime here in our game of the weekend. It's Ohio State, number 4th in the country, taking on number 3 Penn State. Your score at halftime, Ohio State 14, Penn State 10. This is a live play-by-play broadcast of college football 2024, week number 10 action in the Big Ten Conference, live here on the Lucas Ross Sports YouTube channel. Welcome back, sports fans. Live here to the Lucas Ross Sports YouTube channel. Live play-by-play broadcast of college football 2024. Week number 10 action in the Big Ten Conference. Getting ready to start the third quarter of play. And your score, Ohio State 14, Penn State 10 in our game of the weekend here in this Big Ten Conference. Top 5 showdown. As a one-loss team, Ohio State, they came in as the favorite, even though with one loss, Penn State as the 3-point underdog. Penn State trying to still remain undefeated, but the Buckeyes are still trying to get to the path to get to the Big Ten championship. Even if they lose this game, they could still make the playoff, but they would like to get in a rematch with Oregon and get that first-round bye in the college football playoff. Well, Ohio State did start off slow in this game. Will Howard, of course, throwing an interception. But then ever since that time, the Buckeyes have been responding with some explosive running plays. And then also the passing game of Will Howard has been tremendous. A couple of touchdown passes for Will Howard in that first half. And then the running backs for Ohio State continue to contribute in the running game. But we've seen a couple of turnovers by the Buckeyes and then one for Penn State. So some turnovers have been kind of the key here for both of these teams going into this game this afternoon. Ohio State does get the ball here to start the second half. Penn State will kick off. We'll see what this second half is like here between these two teams. As the second half gets underway on the kickoff from Penn State into the end zone for the touchback. Ohio State will start from their own 25-yard line. Don't forget, we have the first playoff rankings coming out on Tuesday night. So this is where really the real season begins. And usually in the month of November, we do see a lot of upsets play out. Penn State trying to become one of those first teams to pull off the upset. We saw Miami trailing Duke in that first half, 21-17. But we've seen Miami come back from those second half deficits. First down and 10 as the third quarter gets underway. Ohio State will start from their own 25-yard line. Howard gets the snap. He'll hand it off here up the middle. Howard actually keeps it for himself. And great start to the second half as Will Howard picks up a gain of about 10 or 11 and picks up an Ohio State first down. And if you're the Buckeyes, you definitely want to really pound that football with the running game and also go with simple passes in order to really wear down this Penn State defensive line. First down and 10 after that automatic first down from Howard's run. Howard fakes the handoff, throws it here to the left. It's caught by Jeremiah Smith. Jeremiah Smith makes a few-man miss, and Jeremiah Smith has a first down inside the 50-yard line. And the Buckeyes with back-to-back first downs to open up the third quarter of play. Thank you for watching this broadcast. If you are watching it now, if you're an Ohio State fan, go ahead and subscribe. Same thing if you're a Penn State fan. Go ahead and subscribe as well. First down and 10 for the Buckeyes inside the 50-yard line. Howard gets the snap. Howard hands it off here up the middle. Gets to the 45-yard line. That's going to be Travion Henderson, number 32, for the Buckeyes. He'll pick up about a gain, about 5, it looks like. Good start here for the Buckeyes to open up this second half. Looks like they'll spot him at that 44, so a gain of 5. Will Howard out of the shotgun here on second down and 5 at the 45-yard line in Penn State territory. Delayed handoff goes to Henderson. Travion Henderson breaks a tackle, and Travion Henderson picks up a first down. Just needed 5 yards, but he got more than just 5. He got a bunch. Well, I tell you what, this Ohio State offense has come out a lot different compared to where they were in the first quarter of play. Travion Henderson taking care of that football pretty well, holding it like the right way. First down and 10 now at the 29-yard line. 3 first downs on this drive here for the Buckeyes. Howard out of the shotgun, takes a snap. A delayed handoff again. This time Travion Henderson gets bottled up at around for a 1 yard gain, maybe 2. Yep, 2 yard gain on the play, so it makes it 2nd down and 8. Now a change at running back. It looks like Quayshawn Junkins will come back in. Transfer from Ole Miss. Ohio State had 73 rushing yards in that first half. Penn State had 79. Howard gets a snap here on 2nd and 8. Catch made here on the right side. It's caught by Oboka. Gets down at around that 25-yard line. And now it's 3rd down coming up after that 2-yard receiving catch by the receiver Oboka, number 2 for Ohio State. Buckeyes were 3 out of 6 in that first half on 3rd downs. Penn State 2 of 7. It is a 3rd down and 6 here for the Buckeyes. First 3rd down on this opening drive of the second half. Howard gets the snap, trying to bring a pass rush. Howard gets away from it, got the ball out of his hands on time, and he completes it to Travion Henderson. Looks like it's enough for a 1st down. Boy, Will Howard was on the way down for a sack, but he's able to get the ball out of his hands. No, I think he's down. He's got to be down on that play, and I believe he is. And Ohio State was trying to go quick tempo. That way the refs wouldn't review it. So that will count as a sack. That's the 2nd time Howard's been sacked this afternoon. So Ohio State had a great drive going, but Penn State gets a lucky break on the defensive side of the football. Well, I tell you what, again, just a tremendous job here by this Penn State defense, getting a lucky break there. So now 4th down coming up. Ohio State will bring out the field goal team. That was Kobe King who came up with the sack for the Nittany Lions. 46-yard attempt straight away here for the Buckeyes to get the opening score of this second half. Waiting for the snap. There it is. Good snap, good hold. Kick is on the way. And it's good. So with that field goal, Ohio State will take the 3 points. 10:40 to go here in this 3rd quarter of play. We'll take a quick break here. Your score, Ohio State 17, Penn State 10. This is a live play-by-play broadcast of college football 2024, week number 10 action in the Big Ten Conference, live here on the Lucas Ross Sports YouTube channel. Welcome back, sports fans. Live here to the Lucas Ross Sports YouTube channel. Live play-by-play broadcast of college football 2024, week number 10 action in the Big Ten Conference. Ohio State takes the 3 points to open up this second half of play. It is now 17-10, so it's now a touchdown game with 10:40 to go here in this third quarter of play. Matchup here between two top 5 teams, one undefeated and one one-loss team. You've seen some really good top 5 matchups this year. Ball will be returned from the 2-yard line here for Penn State. And Singleton almost broke free, but he gets down around that 25-yard line. So Penn State will take the field here on their opening second half drive here on this offense. They turned the ball over at the end of that second quarter of play. Drew Aller threw his first interception, and he came into this game with 4 interceptions on the year. That was his 5th one of the season. First down and 10, ball at the 24-yard line. Aller on play action, looking to throw, fires it to his left. It's complete to his tight end, and that's Warren, number 44, gets down to the 35-yard line, first down. That's his first catch of the game. He was the leading receiver coming in for Penn State. And Warren, I believe you got to go to him if you're this Penn State team. Focus on the passing game a little bit instead of getting on the running game a little bit more. First down and 10 at the 35, and they'll go with the run game this time. Allen is lucky to get back to the original line of scrimmage. They're going to give him no gain, though, on that play. So now second down and 10 coming up here for Penn State. Nittany Lions looking for their first offensive touchdown in this game. They had a pick 6 earlier in the first quarter. Second down and 10 here for the Nittany Lions. Aller gets the snap, fakes the handoff. Aller in trouble, rolls to his right, fires on the run. He's got a man. Caught at the 35-yard line, or actually the 45-yard line and close to the 40 into Ohio State territory. And that's the first explosive passing play that we've seen from Aller in this game all afternoon. So a huge play by Penn State brings up a first down. 8:47 to play here in this third quarter. Penn State trailing by 7. 17-10 Ohio State lead. Aller out of the shotgun, it's the tight end Warren. He'll hand it off on a sweep to Singleton, and Singleton got tripped up close to that 35-yard line. It'll be second down coming up. Looks like it was just an end around. Makes a shoestring ankle tackle. Number 2, Ohio State. That was Downs, number 2, with the tackle. Gain of 4 yards for Singleton a while ago. Second down and 6, ball at the 38 now. Allard now back in the backfield out of the shotgun. Takes a snap, tosses it here to Allen. And Allen, one-on-one, looks like he's just got enough for the first down. It looks like they're going to mark him just short. Nope, they're going to give it to him. So first down, Allen for Penn State. Got some other great games coming up for you tonight, this afternoon. How about Michigan and Oregon in the Big Ten? They will go at it. Then we got Georgia and Florida in Jacksonville. And then Texas A&M, they'll be in action tonight against South Carolina. Back to this one, though. First down at the 31. Aller hands it off here up the middle. And pass through about the 30-something yard line, it looks like. Second down and 8. As Allen picks up 2 yards. Kantron Allen has been kind of the go-to guy at running back. Again, there's some really good running back duos here on both of these teams. Now here comes the trick play, and now the offensive line will come back here to the original line of scrimmage. Ball just inside that 29. They snap it to Aller. It's now a double fake reverse, and that was probably not the smartest decision by Drew Aller. And Drew Aller gets taken down, looks like back at the original line of scrimmage. And now it's third down coming up. I got to tell you what, this Ohio State defense, they look like they're coming alive. But again, they're coming alive like they did last week against Nebraska. 3rd down and 9 coming up. Haller out of the shotgun inside the 30-yard line. They lost 1 yard on that last play. Penn State, 2 out of 7 on 3rd downs. Last year they were 1 of 15. Haller gets the snap. Haller throws it here to the left. It's complete to his tight end Warren. He's brought down one-on-one close to that 25-yard line. And now it's 4th down for Penn State. Let's see what the Nittany Lions do here in this 4th down play. Do they take the field goal, or do they go for a big 4th down play here with just about close to 5 minutes remaining here in this 3rd quarter? And it looks like they're going to go for the field goal to try to make this one a 4-point game. Ryan Barker from 44 yards out, his longest of the season is 40. This will be his career long. Snap, good hold, and it is good. Barker drills it from 44 yards out. And 5:03 to go here in this 3rd quarter. Penn State still trailing, though. Your score, Ohio State 17, Penn State 13 here in the 3rd quarter of play. This is a live play-by-play broadcast of college football 2024. Week number 10 action in the Big Ten Conference live here on the Lucas Ross Sports YouTube channel. Welcome back, sports fans. Live here to the Lucas Ross Sports YouTube channel. Live play-by-play broadcast of college football 2024. Week number 10 action here in the Big Ten Conference. Penn State takes the field goal from 44 yards out by Barker. Makes it now a 17-13 ball game. 4-point game with just 5:03 to go in this third quarter. So both teams trading a pair of field goals here in the second half so far. So Penn State will kick off here as we just got 5:03 to go here in this third quarter of play. There's the kickoff by Penn State. Fair catch called in the end zone, brings it out to the 25-yard line. Score updates for you: Ole Miss 42, Arkansas 17 in the third quarter of play. Then we got Duke up on Miami 28-17 with 9:03 to go in that third quarter. And then Army up on Air Force 13-3. Illinois trails 16-10 against Minnesota. We'll take a quick break here. Your score: Ohio State 17, Penn State 13 in this game in the third quarter, as we'll see the Ohio State offense on the field next, right here live on the Lucas Ross Sports YouTube channel. Welcome back, sports fans, live here to the Lucas Ross Sports YouTube channel, live play-by-play broadcast of the 2024 college football season. Will Howard and this offense for Ohio State back out on the field here, as it's a 4-point game. Ohio State 17, Penn State 13. 5:03 to go here in this third quarter of play. Ohio State had a field goal on their previous drive. Let's see if they can continue that momentum here on this offense. Will Howard will keep it on a quarterback keeper, and he's going to be brought down for about a 3, maybe 2-yard loss on the play. We've seen now Will Howard use his legs here in the second half. But the Buckeyes, again, had some question marks. Offensive line, some injuries. But they've been stepping up pretty well here in this game. Loss of 3 yards, though, for Will Howard on that previous read option keeper. Second down and 13. Howard gets the snap, looking to throw. He's got time. Goes down the middle. It's complete. And that's Scott, number 88, with the catch, and he is slow to get up. And looks like he is going to walk under his own power, so that's a good sign to see for Ohio State. But he is limping there, so that can't be good news for the Buckeyes. So 3rd down and 7 coming up after that completion. Looks like Scott rode his ankle there, so that can't be good news. But We'll get an update in just a moment. Howard out of the shotgun, 3rd down and 8. And this Penn State crowd now back to their hostile noise. Howard gets the snap, looking to throw. He's in trouble. Howard gets tripped up and sacked. Abdul Carter, number 11, with his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And that is what Penn State just needed. That's the 3rd sack of the game against Will Howard here for this Penn State defense. And Ohio State has to punt the football away. Ohio State will punt the football away. They're coming after it. They almost got on it, but it's a great kick. Return from the 25-yard line, though. Makes a man miss, and he gets down to about that 38-yard line, close to the 40. A 53-yard punt by the Buckeyes, but Penn State with a positive return. Can Penn State's offense get things going as they trail by 4? Your score, Ohio State 17, Penn State 13. This is a live play-by-play broadcast of college football 2024, week number 10 action in the Big Ten Conference, live here on the Lucas Ross Sports YouTube channel. Welcome back, sports fans, live here to the Lucas Ross Sports YouTube channel, live play-by-play broadcast of college football 2024, week number 10 action here in the Big Ten Conference. Ohio State leads 17-13 as Penn State's back out on offense after Penn State's defense comes up with a huge 3-and-out stop. They'll start from their own 38-yard line with 2:56 to go here in the third quarter of play. Drew Aller out of the shotgun, takes the snap, drops to throw, looks to his left, has Singleton, gets past the 40 to 45, and he gets a first down, and he goes out of bounds right around that 50-yard line. Garrett Singleton has been the leading receiver here in this game for the Nittany Lions. A little bit of a screen pass gives Penn State the first down. That puts Drew Aller now over 100 yards of passing. You take a look at offensive leaders. Drew Aller has 40 yards on the ground, 113 in passing, and then Nicholas Singleton, 6 catches in this game. Aller gets a snap here, and up the middle goes tight end Tyler Warren. 2-yard gain on the play. Again, Penn State still looking for their first offensive touchdown in this game this afternoon. A pick 6 in the first quarter and then a couple of field goals. That's put them at a total of 13 points. 2nd down and 8. Ball at the 47-yard line. Aller gets the snap, drops the throw. Aller in trouble, and down he goes back at the 40-yard line. Cody Simon, number 0, coming up with the sack for the Buckeyes. And that's the first sack of the afternoon for the Ohio State defense on Drew Aller. We are now seeing pass rushes here by both of these defenses. And this is why it's a physical ball game as it gets down here the stretch. 3rd down and 17 after a big loss on the play. Aller out of the shotgun here on this 3rd and 17. Aller's dropping the throw. Aller in trouble again. And Aller's going to go down for the 2nd time in a row. Gets taken down at about the 40-yard line. A loss of 4 yards on the play, and it's 3 and out for the Nittany Lions. Ohio State secondary dropped into a zone, but their defensive line comes up with the pressure, and they deliver the sack there on Drew Aller. Riley Thompson kicks it away for Penn State, and this ball takes a bounce and takes a row at around that 15-yard line. 15 seconds to go here in the 3rd. Ohio State still has a 4-point lead. It's been a defensive battle here in the 3rd quarter of play. Should be a good one going into the 4th quarter. It's been a defensive battle, a competitive game like this game always is. Ohio State will take possession here with 15 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter of play. And they'll start from their own 15-yard line. Howard gets a snap, fakes the handoff to Juckins. He's under pressure and delivers off the back foot's caught by Jeremiah Smith past the 30 to the 33-yard line. 1st down Buckeyes, and that'll do it here for the 3rd quarter of play. So definitely what you want here going into the 4th quarter of play for the Buckeyes. That'll take us to the end of the 3rd quarter. Then it'll take us into the 4th quarter of play. We'll see what happens here. Your score at the end of the 3rd quarter of play, it's Ohio State 17, Penn State 13. This is a live play-by-play broadcast of college football 2024 week number 10 action in the Big Ten Conference live here on the Lucas Ross Sports YouTube channel. Welcome back, sports fans. Live here to the Lucas Ross Sports YouTube channel, live play-by-play broadcast of college football 2024. We're in the fourth quarter of play of our game of the weekend here in the Big Ten Conference. Your score, Ohio State 17, Penn State 13. A couple of field goals in that third quarter by both teams. As we get started here in this fourth quarter of play, Ohio State will take possession starting at the 33-yard line, first down, and they'll hand it off here to Juckins on first down, I should say. Gets to around that 35-yard line, pickup of 2. Scores update here, Ole Miss beating Arkansas pretty easily, 56-17. Minnesota up on Illinois as they start the fourth quarter, 16-10. Duke trailing Miami 32-28, so a competitive and close game going on there for this Miami football team. They're ranked number 5th in the country. Second down and 8, back to action here in our game. Howard out of the shotgun, takes a snap. Howard tosses it here on the right side, and plenty of open space. And Quayshawn Juckins picks up the first down as he runs over a defender at midfield and picks up a Ohio State Buckeye first down. We knew going into this game there would not be a lot of points in this game. It's been a defensive battle, and Quayshawn Juckins shows off his running ability, picks up the first down. They're inside that 49 in their own territory still. Just need about 2 yards to get into Penn State territory. Howard lobs it downfield, got a man out there. It's dropped out of the hands of Jeremiah Smith, the true freshman. That would have been 6 points there for the Buckeyes. Let's take a look at it here. Oh, man, just got to catch that football if you're Jeremiah Smith. That's a well-thrown ball by Howard, but just off the one-handed fingertips of Jeremiah Smith. That would have put Ohio State up by 10 points as they started the fourth quarter of play. So second down and 10. After that incompletion, deep pass by Howard. Howard gets a snap here on second and 10, goes across the middle, catch is made, and inside the 45-yard line, first down. That is Ennis, number 11, who had the touchdown in the second quarter of play for the Buckeyes, picks up a first down. Looks like he's just inside that 40-yard line, and that's what it looks like. So at the 40-yard line, first down in Penn State territory. First down and 10, just 3 minutes in here to this fourth quarter of play. Ohio State looking to go up by double digits with a first down inside the 39. Here's an end around to the left side. Ubalka, number 2, will gain of about 1 yard on that play. That was Jalen Reed with the tackle for Penn State. So second down and 9. After that 1 yard run on the end around for the Buckeyes. Howard goes under center. Juckins is in the backfield. Play action for Howard, rolls to his right, dumps it off to Juckins. And Juckins, I believe, lost the football. That's a live ball. It's recovered at the 44-yard line. Penn State says they have it. There was no whistle down there. And I believe Penn State's got the turnover. Let's take a look at it. The question is, does Juckins have full control of the football once he catches it? They're going to take a look at this. This is going to be a close one here. Boy, Penn State definitely needs this turnover to kind of just settle down and really waste that clock down as much as they can and wear down the Ohio State defense to try to get a score here with 12:03 to go in this fourth quarter of play. This is going to be a really tough call here to make for the officials. When you watch it in fast motion, it looks like it's not a fumble. It looks like it's just an incompletion because Juckins got hit. I tell you what, this is going to be just a really questionable call here. If I was calling this, I really don't know what to call here. Well, I tell you what, if this is incomplete, Penn State fans are not going to be happy about this call. But I tell you what, turnovers can really change the game here. And we've seen that throughout the history of college football. Ohio State has a 4-point lead with 12:03 to go in this fourth quarter. Penn State definitely needs this turnover. Oh, wow, it's incomplete. Penn State fans not going to be happy about that. That is a huge, huge call in this fourth quarter of play. Penn State fans not happy about it. And you can't blame them, but I tell you what, it was really close. So 3rd down and 9. Will Howard out of the shotgun, ball inside the 38-yard line. This Penn State crowd on their feet. Howard drops to throw on 3rd down and 9. Howard got it complete for a 1st down. Jeremiah Smith inside the 24-yard line. Huge catch for the freshman wide receiver. Jeremiah Smith one-on-one with his defender, makes a great catch and great footwork. Gets both feet down even though he just needs one. That is the right guy to go to if you're Will Howard. 1st down at the 24-yard line. Howard will get the snap on 1st down. Travion Henderson gets about maybe a yard on that carry. 2nd down and 9 coming up. Ohio State would like to get a touchdown here instead of a field goal to make this a 7-point ball game again. They would like to go up by double digits in this game. Neither team has led by double digits in this game so far. Or actually, Penn State had a 10-0 lead. So that's the only time we've seen double-digit leads from both of these teams. 2nd down and 9. Howard gets the snap, fakes the handoff to Henderson, rolls to his left, and Howard will keep it for himself. Gets down the sideline about that 20-yard line. And now it's another 3rd down coming up. This time 3rd down and 7 for the Buckeyes. And if you're Will Howard, you definitely want to go back to your best receiver in Jeremiah Smith. He can make a difference here in this fourth quarter after dropping that long ball down the field. And a quick play here by Ohio State. The catch is made by Scott, the tight end, number 88. He's back in there, but Penn State comes up with a open field tackle. And Ohio State will have to kick the field goal. It's actually incomplete. So Ohio State will kick the field goal. Jaden Fielding, 39-yard field goal, made one from 46 earlier. Good snap, good hold. And He got it. Just barely squeezed it in there, and Ohio State will take the 7-point lead. We'll take a quick break here as we got about 10 minutes to go here in the we got about 10:13 to go here in the fourth quarter of play. Your score, Ohio State 20, Penn State 13. This is a live play-by-play broadcast of college football 2024, week number 10 action in the Big Ten Conference, live here on the Lucas Ross Sports YouTube channel. Welcome back, sports fans, live here to the Lucas Ross Sports YouTube channel, live play-by-play broadcast of college football 2024, week number 10 action in the Big Ten Conference. Ohio State will take the 3 points. That's all we've seen here in the second half. Ohio State 6 total points, Penn State 3. 10:13 to go in this ball game. Ohio State now leads by 7 points, 20-13 lead here in the fourth quarter of play. Buckeyes will kick off here, and that Penn State offense has really struggled here in the second half to get hardly anything going. Into the end zone for the touchback goes the kickoff for the Buckeyes. Drew Allar comes back out. This is a huge fourth quarter here for this Penn State team. Again, trying to snap that 7-game losing streak to Ohio State. They came in here on a 7-game losing streak. The last win came at Beaver Stadium in 2016, where Penn State won 24-21. And ever since that day, Ohio State's dominated the series. Handoff here on first down and 10 to Singleton. He'll get out to about that. That's actually Allen, number 13. Gets down right around that 30-yard line. Pick up about 4, maybe 5. They'll give them 4 on that carry, so they'll be down at around that 29-yard line. This Ohio State defense has played pretty well, just like what they were expected to do, and same thing with Penn State's defense. Both defenses have come out really strong on this game. It just comes down to who has the better offense. Allar will go long, deep downfield. It's caught. Caught by Tyler Warren, number 44, inside the 40-yard line. First down, Penn State. That's what Penn State should have done earlier in the ball game. Go to Warren, the tight end, as much as they can, and they do that there. Ball at the 40-yard line in Ohio State territory. Allar's under pressure. Allar will keep it for himself, and he'll get down close to the 35. And I believe that's going to be a gain of 4, maybe 5 yards. 8:55 to go here in this fourth quarter of play. Penn State trailing by 7. It is now 2nd down and 6. Drew Aller out of the shotgun. Sends a guy in motion here to the right. Aller will hand it off. Good open field tackle in the backfield. Looks like no gain on the play. And now it's 3rd down coming up. Coming up with a tackle was Hancock, number 7, for this Buckeye defense. We do have an injured player down on the field on the defensive side of the football. We'll take a quick break because of that injury. 8 minutes, 19 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter of play. Your score, Ohio State 20, Penn State 13. This is a live play-by-play broadcast of college football 2024 week number 10 action in the Big Ten Conference, live here on the Lucas Ross Sports YouTube channel. Welcome back, sports fans, live here to the Lucas Ross Sports YouTube channel, live play-by-play broadcast of college football 2024 week number 10 action in the Big Ten Conference here in the fourth quarter of play. Injured player out on the field, stoppage of play. Your score, Ohio State 20, Penn State 13. It's a 7-point game here in the fourth quarter. Penn State with the ball on 3rd down and 6. They'll go with Tyler Warren here. Tyler Warren to the 25, to the 20. He's got blockers to the 15, to the 10, to the 5. Did he get all the way to the end zone? No, he did not. But he'll be brought down at around that 2-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal to go for the Nittany Lions. Warren, the tight end, number 44, who can play running back, fullback, any position out there you want him to play at. He'll be that big playmaker for you. First down and goal for Penn State. A chance to put 7 points on the board and make this a tie game. Up the middle goes Allen, and Allen brought down for about a 1-yard gain. 7:20 to go here in this fourth quarter of play. It is a 7-point game. Penn State trying to snap the 7-game losing streak to the Buckeyes, looking for their first win since 2016. Second out and goal. Aller out of the shotgun. Here comes an offensive line in motion. They'll hand it off up the middle to Warren, or actually back to the running back, and it'll be third down coming up. So third down and go, a very important third down coming up here for Penn State with 6:28 to go in this ball game. But a big third down also for the Buckeyes as they want a big stop here. I think Ohio State's going to stack everybody here on the line. Penn State trying to go with a passing game here, it looks like. But third down and go, Aller hands it off here to Allen. Nowhere to go. He'll be brought down for no gain. So fourth down and go coming up here for this Penn State offense. And if you're Penn State, you got to go for it here with just 5:39 to go in this game. Still don't understand why they're not going to Warren here, that tight end who's been a playmaker all season long. Here we go. Ball at the 1-yard line. Fourth down and go. Fourth down and go. Aller gets the snap, looking to throw, goes to the end zone, incomplete. Ohio State comes up with a stop on fourth down and go. And Ohio State will take over with 5:13 to go in this ball game. Penn State fans not happy with the play calling on those first three plays. But we'll take a quick break here. We got 5:13 to go in this ball game. Your score, Ohio State 20, Penn State 13. This is a live play-by-play broadcast of college football 2024, week number 10 action in the Big Ten Conference, live here on the Lucas Ross Sports YouTube channel. Welcome back, sports fans. Live here to the Lucas Ross Sports YouTube channel. Live play-by-play broadcast of college football 2024, week number 10 action in the Big Ten Conference. We got a 7-point game with 5:13 to go. Ohio State's defense stops them at the 1-yard line. Penn State very close to scoring 7 points. They went with 3 straight running plays. Ohio State stopped those. And then, of course, the huge stop in the passing game as well, in the incompletion. Here we go. Ball at the 1-yard line. Howard's going to keep it on a quarterback sneak. And he'll get down around that 5-yard line. So a decent gain to get out of dangerous territory. Boy, this is a really big-time moment here for both of these teams going the rest of the way here in this fourth quarter. We just got about 4:38 to go here in this ball game. It's 2nd down and 6. 2nd down and 6. Howard out of the shotgun, takes a snap, going to hand it off to Juckins. Juckins barrels into a defender, and Juckins has a first down close to the 15-yard line. He is tough to stop, guys. That is a huge run there for Juckins in this Ohio State offense. Just really waste the clock down as much as you can if you're the Buckeye offense, as they're going with the huddle offense here. But this Penn State crowd, they're not going away just yet. Their team is trailing by 7, but they're still on their feet. Ball at the 14-yard line. 1st down and 10. Howard out of the shotgun, takes the snaps, going to hand it off here to Juckins, and Juckins fights his way to the 20-yard line. He is just a physical back. Picks up 6 yards. Juckins, of course, coming over from the transfer portal at Ole Miss, where he was the leading rusher in the SEC for the last couple of years in the SEC. 2nd down and 4. Ten on the delay clock, but Ohio State trying to really wear down that clock. We still got the 2-minute timeout coming your way. Howard gets the snaps, going to hand it off to Juckins. Juckins, another big hole. 1st down inside the 35. Another 1st down for this running game for the Buckeyes. Gain of 15 yards for Juckins. Juckins now showing why he was one of the best running backs in the SEC for the last couple years, and now he is kind of showing it here in the Big Ten. 1st down and 10, with now 2:24 to go in this ball game. It's a 7-point Ohio State lead. 1st down and 10, ball at the 35-yard line. Howard gets the snap, delayed handoff. It goes to Travion Henderson this time, at another big, decent gain. Gets down around that 41-yard line. 2nd down and 4 coming up, and that'll take us to the 2-minute timeout. Ohio State will try to wear down the clock here in the final moments of this game. We'll take a 2-minute timeout. Ohio State 20, Penn State 13. This is a live play-by-play broadcast of college football 2024, week number 10 action here in the Big Ten Conference, live here on the Lucas Ross Sports YouTube channel. Welcome back, sports fans, live here to the Lucas Ross Sports YouTube channel, live play-by-play broadcast of college football 2024, week number 10 action here in the Big Ten Conference. 2 minutes to go here in this one. Ohio State up by 7, 20-13 lead. Penn State had a chance to tie the game up, but Ohio State's defense comes up huge. They are now moving this ball down the field with their two running backs in Judkins and Henderson. We reached a 2-minute timeout, and it's now 2nd down and 4. Howard gets the snap, hands it off here to Judkins, and Judkins trying to fight his way to that first down marker, but he's not able to pick it up. It'll be 3rd down coming up. Penn State calls their first timeout here this fourth quarter. They'll have 2 timeouts left. Ohio State, if they pick up a 3rd down conversion here, they can just try to really waste the clock down until Penn State calls some of their timeouts. We just got about 1:55 to go here in this one. And it's 3rd down and 2 coming up. We've seen Ohio State, both of these teams kind of struggled here in the second half on the offensive side of the football, not been able to get some touchdowns, but Ohio State's had a few runs in this second half that have resulted in positive plays. 3rd down and 2. Ball inside the 43. They need to get it to the 45. Howard out of the shotgun, takes a snap. Howard's going to keep it for himself. Howard gets some blockers, and he gets the first down inside the 46-yard line, and Will Howard's hyped up, and so is the Ohio State sideline. That is a huge first down for this Ohio State team. And looks like Penn State might have to take the timeout here. Two timeouts left. They have not taken a timeout just yet here. We now got about 90 seconds to go here in the fourth. So a timeout now called by the Buckeyes, with now just 1:19 remaining. They lead by 7. Your score again, Ohio State 20, Penn State 13. Looking at who Ohio State has remaining on the schedule, they'll play Purdue next week, Northwestern on November 16th, and they'll play Indiana in that big matchup there. Indiana's been a very big surprise team this year. They'll play Northwestern on the road on November 16th, and then they'll get ready for the rivalry game against Michigan on November 30th. Ohio State's lost to Michigan 3 years in a row. Michigan does play Oregon in just a little while. We also got Florida and Georgia coming your way as well. I'm going to say that Oregon wins 28-17. That's what I made in my prediction video from Thursday. And then I did pick Georgia to win as well in their game. 1st down and 10 at the 46-yard line for the Buckeyes with now just 1:20 remaining. Penn State has 2 timeouts left. Howard out of the shotgun, takes the snap, hands it off to Henderson. Travion Henderson gets close to the first down. And it's now 2nd down coming up. Another running positive play by this Ohio State team. Penn State will take a timeout. That'll be their second charge timeout of this fourth quarter. If Ohio State wins this game, then I'm going to have to go with our Lucas Ross Sports players of the games. I got to go with the 2 running backs, Travion Henderson and Judkins. These 2 guys have stepped up here in the second half of play. And this Penn State defense just can't seem to stop these 2 guys. So if Ohio State does wear down the clock, the players of the games will go to 2 guys. And then we'll take a look at the final stats at the end of this game as well. Ohio State with 170 yards on the ground. Let's see what the Buckeyes do here on this 2nd down and 3. 1:16 to go. Howard out of the shotgun on 2nd down and 3. Gets a snap. Is going to hand it off here. And Penn State will wrap them up. No gain on the play. Penn State will probably take their final timeout here. And that's what they'll do. So 3rd down and 3 coming up. Ohio State with a chance. If they convert this 3rd down, they can just run out the clock and win this game. Last week, Ohio State had a very tough game against Nebraska. Nearly lost it 21-17. They won that game. Buckeyes have already lost a game this year, and that was to Oregon on the road. Still a chance to make it to the Big Ten Championship if they can escape here with a win over Penn State. Schedule sets up really well the rest of the way for them. Even though Indiana is undefeated, they'll get that game at home. So Penn State's out of timeouts. Ohio State now with a 3rd down and 3. If they can convert this, they'll just run out the clock and escape with a win. Howard out of the shotgun. Juckins is in the backfield, and Ohio State's going to have to take a timeout. There was some miscommunication out there on the field for the Buckeyes. So now it's 3rd down and 3 still. Ohio State will have 1 timeout left. Well, I tell you what, this Ohio State team, there was just a lot of doubt for them a little bit going into this game because Penn State's undefeated, but Penn State really hasn't been tested ever since that Illinois game. But don't count out Penn State for the rest of the year. They still got a chance to make the playoff, either as an 11-1 team or a 10-2 team if they were to slip up somewhere the rest of the way. 3rd down and 3. Big 3rd down coming up here for the Buckeyes, but big 3rd down coming up for the Nittany Lions. Howard gets a snap. Howard's going to keep it for himself. He's got the 1st down. He's inside the 40-yard line as he slides down. And Ohio State's going to clinch the victory with just 1:07 to go. Will Howard just stepped up after that one. And Ohio State fans can celebrate once again as they will win 8 games in a row over the Nittany Lions. Penn State, the rest of the schedule for them, they'll play Washington, at Purdue, at Minnesota, and then Maryland to close things out on November 30th. Ohio State will kneel down, and that'll do it. The Buckeyes, on a pair of 3rd down conversions, will run out the clock, and Ohio State wins it 20-13. They win for the 8th consecutive year in a row. Your players of the game: Quayshawn Junkins and Travion Henderson. Quayshawn Junkins finishes for 14 carries for 95 yards, no touchdowns for him. But he is your first Lucas Ross Sports Player of the game. And then you look at Travion Henderson, 10 carries for 54 yards. These two running backs stepped up at the end of the day. Final stats here in this one: Ohio State with 21 first downs on the afternoon, 6 of 13 in that 3rd down conversions. They finished with 358 total yards of offense, 182 passing yards, 176 rushing yards on the ground. That was the difference in this second half for the Buckeyes. And then they had 2 penalties for 15 yards and then 2 turnovers. For Penn State, 15 first downs, 3 out of 11 on 3rd downs, 1 for 2 on 4th downs, 270 total yards of offense total in this game for the Nittany Lions, 150 passing yards, 120 yards on the ground, and then 5 penalties for 30 yards and 1 turnover. That's a look at your final stats. Again, your final score of our game of the weekend here in the Big Ten Conference. It's Ohio State victorious. They improved to 7-1 on the year. Penn State loses their first game of the season. They dropped to 7-1. But plenty to build on here for the rest of the way for Penn State. But for Ohio State, a path to the Big Ten championship is still possible for them, and definitely for a first-round bye in the new 12-team playoff, and we will see where they're at in those first playoff rankings coming up on Tuesday night. Same thing with Penn State. That's going to do it here for this live play-by-play broadcast live on Lucas Ross Sports. Your final score, Ohio State 20, Penn State 13. This has been a live play-by-play broadcast of college football 2024, week number 10 action in the Big Ten Conference, live here on the Lucas Ross Sports YouTube channel.